Welcome to 9 Bob Note with Paul Isles-Rush and Ken Moss.
Hello and welcome to 9 Bob Note. I am Paul.
And I am Ken.
Christmas is almost upon us, Ken.
It is. I am jingling my bell with great aplomb.
Exactly. And I mean, depending on how busy you are, Christmas may have already been upon us.
It's an outrageous slur.
Yeah.
Which year? Yeah, we've not been tremendously hot this year in terms of recording and getting episodes. They've been of extremely high quality.
Yes, of course. Yeah, it's quality, not quantity.
Thank goodness. So what are we on for tonight?
Well, it's that time of year when we celebrate our 12 yays of Christmas.
That sounds like some sort of chord.
Yeah. Oh.
A choir of angels. Well, kick us off. Who is yay number one?
I'm going to start with a bittersweet yay. Patricia Routledge.
She narrowly missed my list.
Oh.
Yes. I thought this would come up.
Yeah. Obviously, best known to us as Mrs. Bouquet from Keeping Up Appearances, but through a career that spanned decades, she was an actress, a singer, and just a general good egg. She will always be remembered as Mrs. Bouquet or Hetty Wainthropp, or of course the lady from Talking Heads, who I can't remember.
I can't remember her name either. She was the lady of letters.
Yes. And Kitty from the Victoria Wood sketches.
Yes. Famously for us, merely an avatar from our English teacher.
Yes.
Her husband Richard and her son Sheridan.
Yes. And I think that's possibly why we held Patricia in such high regard, is just because of that connection with our English teacher.
Who's also no longer with us, I found this year.
Yeah, very sad news. So it's a double sadness. But yes, so a very distinguished career. And was she 96?
96.
Yeah. Whenever she was interviewed, she always came across as a very clever, but a very nice person. Just generally, just nice. I think I would have liked to have met her and had a cup of tea.
There was something, I'm not a great fan of AI because I think there's going to come a point where it becomes a bit recursive, where imagination and talent is stymied because there's just no point. We'll just get AI to do it. But AI can only work if it's got something to feed on. But it does have its uses. And there was a rather lovely little montage where, where they take pictures and animate photographs.
Yes, yeah.
And it was of her in a wheelchair at 96, regressing through her life, through all the stages of her life, through all the roles she'd done. And it was animated between each one, and it was a really beautiful piece.
Yes.
Have you seen it?
I think you sent it to me. But
yeah,
it was really nice.
Now that I approve of, because it's not something you can easily do manually. So yeah, if we're going to use AI, it should be for that. But I just looked at it and I thought, yeah, that's genuinely beautiful.
Yes, yeah. So although she obviously wasn't working very much, it was a notable mention for her for this year, because obviously she has passed away. But always a yay for Mrs. Routledge, or Ms. Routledge.
Ms. Routledge, yes. It's time for your call. And scene. Well, my first yay, I think I might have mentioned her before, but she's worthy of a second crack. It's Jodie Whittaker. Now, not my favourite Doctor Who by a long way, not my favourite actress in any particular way, but she has reprised the role of Doctor Who for a series of audio plays this year.
Yes.
And hurled herself in, both feet, really enthusiastic, been a complete ambassador for the show and the series. And there's no reason for her to be whatsoever, but every possibility, there she is promoting the show and what she's doing. And, it's an audio series for a very niche group. There's no great publicity in it for her, and yet there she is doing it. And despite all the negativity that she undoubtedly had to endure, she's still there. I've got to admire someone that loves something so much that they're prepared to keep coming back to it, even though it doesn't possibly always
cover you in glory.
Yeah, or entirely benefit them, or come without its headaches. But she's been so enthusiastic. I've really, really got to take my hat off to Jodie Whittaker. I think she's the sort of person that should be fun in a room.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. And also she came back for the last episode of Doctor Who.
Oh, she did. I liked it. I liked that she was given, of all the doctors they could have brought back, I'm glad it was her.
Yes, yeah.
Because I think she deserves a little bit more of a hurrah. You know, she wasn't really part of the 60th, because she'd literally just bowed out before the 60th, so they couldn't really bring her back for that. But I think it was nice, because although she was only a cough and a spit ago, it highlighted the difference between what they'd done with Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor and her Doctor, emotionally, which didn't entirely come across on screen, but once it was highlighted in that one brief scene, yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
I hope we've not seen the last of her on screen.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too, yes. We said it at the time, we wished she could have had a better go.
Yeah.
Or being given a better chance. Hopefully the door is not slammed shut in her face.
Well, yes, yes.
My second choice is one that has been mentioned several times before, but this is quite possibly the last time it'll get mentioned. Not a person, it's Neighbours.
Oh my God.
Yes, by the time this episode is transmitted, we will have said goodbye forever again to Neighbours. I think it feels a bit different this time. There's not much by way of rumours of it coming back. They've demolished the set. They've sold the studio. I don't think it is going to be coming back. But it's been on for just over 2 years since it came back with Amazon, and it's been really good. I did say at the time, when it was first taken off air, that if they brought it back, I would watch every episode, and I have. I've watched every episode since it came back and really enjoyed it. I am genuinely going to miss it. There's been some great stories, great characters, and it's just fun. It's nice. You know, we were talking about Coronation Street in a previous episode. That sort of fun, light-hearted element is never too far away. I think it will be missed. It's got quite a big fan base who are already mourning its loss, and I count myself among them.
Oh, you've always spoken tremendously highly about Neighbours, and because you'd promised that you'd watch every episode if it came back, and it did, and you did.
Yes.
And yeah, it's always sad when you get into something and then there's no more of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sad times. Maybe Amazon will come up with something good to replace it. Nope.
Waiting for that tumbleweed to go out of the door there. My second yay is the MP Rupert Lowe. I don't know whether he's flashed up on your radar, but he is very down to earth. He's of farming stock. He's got a farm of his own, and it's all very, very close to heart. He's the MP for Great Yarmouth. Now, he's a sort of MP that rubs a certain type of person very much up the wrong way. But I can't disagree with, not everything, but I can't disagree with the vast majority of things that he is asking to be looked at. Now, that's a different thing from this is how it should be. But that's what MPs are there for. This should be looked at. And the number one thing for me is halal meat. I think it's, in 2025, absolutely barbaric that we are still killing animals in that way in the United Kingdom. I just think it's utterly awful. I mean, I said quite a while ago there were two things that really should be done away with. One is halal and the other is battery hens and battery farming. I guess which one has been largely phased out or certainly removed from... I haven't seen caged hen eggs in the shops for a long time now. No, and that's a good thing. That is a very good thing. Apart from anything else, free-range eggs taste so much better. They're just marvellous, dippy eggs. But just for the fact that he's making so much noise and he's causing irritation to the establishment. And again, I suspect you and I are on very different sides of the fence where this sort of thing's concerned. But politics is there to raise the questions that the public are asking. Now, there might be very good reasons why things aren't a certain way, why everybody's not given £1,000 in benefits every week. There's a reason for that. Let me explain why we can't do that. But for somebody to stand up so brazenly and ask questions that he's asking and raise the topics that he's asking, and the fact that he's largely ignored speaks volumes. It's not so much that the particularly burning topics that we demand an answer to this. It's more the fact that these are questions that the public are asking and topics that the public are interested in, and nobody's answering those questions. And we need more MPs like that, of that ilk, to ask the questions that the public want answers to, without just brushing them under the carpet as if, well, that's not an issue. I want more MPs like that to ask awkward questions of the House of Commons. But he's really coming to his own this year in terms of making a noise. And anyone who makes a noise like that, you've got I'm not necessarily saying that I'm going to either listen or agree with you, but I will listen to anybody that's got a different viewpoint and ask why they've got that different viewpoint.
Yeah, there's a danger of them actually getting something done. Well, not a there's a chance.
There's a chance, and
something will get done.
It amuses me when you get a lone voice like that, because he's an independent MP from Great Yarmouth. He's not going to be Rupert for PM. Never going to happen. He's 68. It's not going. That's just not going to happen. But for the things that they're going after him for, and the things that he had all his shotguns taken off him. Well, he's on a farm with a gun license. Yes, he's got shotguns for a very good reason. And he had to, he eventually got them back, and there was a photograph of him, a wheelbarrow with his shotguns in it. He's not advocating that we all have guns. It was shotguns for farmers for a very, very good reason. But they've gone after him and taken it. But that's the sort of thing, that's symptomatic now of what goes on. If somebody has a view, they can't silence them, so they'll neuter them. And it only makes, whoever they are, whatever cause they've got, if you go after somebody and neuter someone in that way, you only make their cause stronger and amplify the voice, because it's a petty thing to do.
Yeah, you can't possibly take what this person says seriously, because look at him, he hands out guns to people on the street. Look, there's photographic proof of it, look.
Like your drag queens in libraries telling stories to kids. It's outrageous, there must be sexual predators doing that. It's the only possible explanation. Because they just don't like it, they'll concoct something mad. So I like voices like that. I like the drag queens in the libraries. I like MPs like Rupert, pitifully thin on the ground, but that's why he's my second yay.
Hooray. It did make me laugh talking about halal food. There was a post on the former Bird app, and it was somebody posted a picture. I can't believe that M&S have gone this far. They've got rid of Colin the caterpillar, and it was Khalil the caterpillar, and they said he was a halal chocolate. Khalil the caterpillar, but the amount of people who believed it. I can't believe this. # boycott M&S, and you're just like, come on. Come on. But yeah, that did make me laugh. I'm not saying it was Rupert Lowe who was involved in that, by the way.
Oh, I hate Twitter so much. People are just infinitely gullible and angry all the time.
My third choice for this special is Alan Carr.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I know you're a massive fan.
Hello! I'm gay, and just in case you didn't know. Oh, God, it makes my dick itch.
I really like him. I think he's very funny, and obviously the character that he plays is very good. But I have mentioned previously that he has a sitcom called Changing Ends, which is his autobiography. And the third series of that has just been released, which is what made me think of him. But it's very funny. And the kid who plays the younger version of him is just brilliant because it is actually, you know...
I've seen trailers and it's very well cast if that's supposed to be a younger him. Yeah.
It is. It's really good. And it's sort of set in the 70s, 80s. So you've got all that kind of 70s, 80s sitcom suburbia. And it is very good. I know that you don't watch it, but Alan Carr won the Celebrity Traitors.
No, it's just, again, it's another one of those things I just don't have the time or interest to invest in.
Yeah.
Explain this to me. What is the Traitors?
So the Traitors is a very basic premise where you get a bunch of people in a castle, and because it has to be a castle, and basically a number of them are chosen in secret to be traitors, and everyone else is not a traitor. They're a faithful, and it is the job of the faithful every night. They have a vote and they try to get rid of the traitors. And at the end of the game, when there's 2 or 3 of them left in the last night, if any of them are traitors, then the traitor wins all the money. But if the faithful have got rid of all the traitors, then they split the money between them. But in between that, the traitors get together every night in secret and murder one of the faithful. So they're dropping. It sounds silly, and it is silly, but you really get invested in it. And the past, I think, 3 or 4 years, they've done a civilian version of it, which is really good because obviously you don't know who the people are. And they decided to do a celebrity version, which everyone thought was going to be a car crash. But they got brilliant people. So, Alan Carr was in it, Tom Daly, Stephen Fry, Celia Imrie. They weren't the kind of people who go on, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. They were proper, like big names. And it was really good. But Alan Carr was chosen right at the beginning as a traitor. And he just couldn't disguise the fact that he was. He just kept laughing every time anyone asked it. So, he just, he'd said, I don't want to be a traitor because I'll be really rubbish at it. But then he somehow made it through to the end because nobody believed that he would be that obvious. And he made it to the end and he won, I think, about £95,000 for charity.
Charity.
Yeah. But that definitely got his name on the map. His name on the map. I don't know what map. He got his name somewhere. Possibly
the Kingdom of the Gays.
Yes. But yeah, he's had a very good year. So there are rumours off the back of that his chat show is going to be relaunched. Yeah. Which I always really enjoyed. He's one of those people like Graham Norton and who listens to the stories and gets the funny stories out of people rather than just talking about themselves all the time.
Jonathan Ross.
Yes, Jonathan Ross, who was also on the Celebrity Traitors. But yes, so that's why I know he does irritate certain people, but he's very good and sort of quite a good ambassador for the gays.
Splendid.
Next.
Sir Julian Fellows, Esquire. This year we have kissed goodbye it is the last time, to Downton Abbey. And what a send-off. That was, I will miss Downton Abbey terribly. It's been a big part of my life. Did an entire episode on it not long back.
We did.
But also, on the back of that, thanks to you and Simon Exton, who sent me the first 2 series on DVD, we've been watching The Gilded Age. Oh, yeah. And again, another one, we just hurried our way through 2 series of this. At the very start, it was quite confused. There were so many characters in the first episode. It did take a couple of episodes to sort of work out who everybody was. But once you're into it, The Gilded Age is very good. I mean, it stinks of American television company interference.
Yes. Yeah.
Because it is Downton Abbey how the Americans would do it, and it's not quite. The whisper of forced diversity in it to just the wrong side of unbelievability, but only just. It's not BBC diversity. But as a series, the fourth series. It's certainly been commissioned. I don't know whether it's not started transmitting yet, has it?
No.
What's it on? Is it on Amazon or something like that?
No, I think it was on Sky Atlantic.
Right, because we don't subscribe to any of those. I'm still a physical media bunny. But yeah, a real surprise. I expected to sort of, we'll give it a go. But yeah, really, really good. So, Julian Fellows, I'm really quite impressed with your output, sir, because he's written all of them. It's not like he's part of a writing team. He's written all of them. That takes some doing.
Yeah, he doesn't shy away from it, does
no.
he?
And he's knocking on. I don't think he's very well either. I think he's... I seem to recall seeing pictures of him in a wheelchair looking not frail, but not 100% anymore.
Oh, no. You better hurry up with Series 4 of Gilded Age, then.
Well, that's already been filmed. But, you did 6 series of Downton and then 3 films, so you've got a lot to live up to there, mate. And you've got to tie it all in with Cora and Robert.
Yeah. Which I'm sure is going to happen before.
He's got.
Oh, excellent. Well, Julian Fellows was on my list, so it's a good job I thought of 7. My 4th
Yes.
choice, Bob Mortimer.
Oh, splendid. Oh, excellent choice.
I think Bob Mortimer is a comedy genius. So I think I mentioned, last year one of his books made it into the book club, the Satsuma Complex.
You did, yeah.
So his second novel, The Hotel Avocado, was released this year, which was a follow-up to that. So it was the same characters, just in yet more ridiculous situations. And I believe he's also written a third one, which I'm not sure if it's out or...
Is it fruit related?
I think so, yeah. I think they all are. But they're just such good books. They're thrillers, but written by Bob Mortimer. So,
with all the benefits that go there with.
Yes, exactly. There's a character in it who's a squirrel who talks to him, but it's actually just him doing the voice of the squirrel as well. But he has these conversations with the squirrel. And it's just an ordinary bloke who's very much based on Bob Mortimer. Because I think you've read his autobiography.
I have, yeah.
And the character...
You've read that?
Yeah. The character is very much based on an early Bob Mortimer. But he just ends up in these ridiculous scrapes, but very good and very, very entertaining. But also, as well as the books. And he does that Gone Fishing, which I have watched a couple of, but everybody raves about those. But he has seen me through many a night when I've been away with work, watching clips of him on Would I Lie to You?
My favourite clip is the one where he's talking about, is it Bob Dylan possibly? He runs a bathroom. I've just popped an egg in there for you, Bob.
Yeah. Just the reaction as he says these stupid stories, and David Mitchell is always just like, there's no point asking him any questions because it's going to be true. So let's just say that it's true. And the majority of them are. The one, I think I sent you a clip of it the other week. You
did.
I do beg your pardon. We are in your garden. The game, which is Theft and Shrubbery, I think the game was called. They used to play, but yeah, he just doesn't have to do anything to make you laugh. So for that reason, he will always be up there on the list of yays. And again, he had quite a few health issues.
Very much.
He was sort of touch and go for a while. So it's nice to see him up and on his feet. And long may it continue.
Well, my 4th yay is Paul Whitehouse.
Oh.
We have found over the past couple of years now, really, he's been increasingly more and more part of our watching.
Right.
So it started with, we sort of dipped into the Fast Show. We had a couple from the city. It reappeared on iPlayer a couple of years ago. So we dipped in and watched it. And the problem with the Fast Show is they are all the same.
Yeah.
Very good, but they are all the same, which is why he said when they stopped it, we're stopping it before people realise it is crap. Which it isn't, incidentally, because
Yeah.
we've done the other half of the Fast Show recently, and just burned through them because they're so silly and easy to watch. But Paul Whitehouse is, for me, he's the key there. Of all the people that are in it, he is the one. He's the hook to hang on. But we also watched Gone Fishing. Now, I'm not into fishing. Dawn's not into fishing. You're not into fishing. It bores the arse off me, frankly. But it is basically two mates podcasting.
Yeah.
And I love it. And it is, and you look at Bob Mortimer in that very first series, he looks ill. He looks grey. He's just after his heart attack. And basically the whole premise of the series is to get him out in nature, exercising and healthy and eating healthier. But you watch these two old mates who've clearly known each other a very long time, going on all these fishing adventures and all this mindless conversations they have with each other. And it's just brilliant. But Paul Whitehouse, my favourite character he ever did is Rolly Birkin QC. Not that it's any reflection on this. Dawn is quite convinced that I am going to turn into Rolly Birkin when I'm older. But yeah, what an entertaining man. And Paul Whitehouse, got all the time in the world for you. Come round and have a pint.
My fifth yay of the year is going to Jonathan Bailey.
God almighty.
I am going to keep at this until he
succumbs
to the
He comes round to
pressure.
Podcasting House, gives us an interview, and then says, "Would you run away with me?" And Stu, kids, I'm off. It's all over.
Exactly, yes.
He's written me into his bed, and I'm powerless to resist.
That's exactly the plan. I'm just going to keep mentioning it until that happens. It's only a matter of time. He's had another great year. He's been in both of the Wicked films and done really well. He is the highest grossing box office actor of 2025, which is, I think, the first time that an openly gay man has had that honour. Although he doesn't like the phrase openly gay man. He's just like, I'm just a gay man.
Openly, just as implies.
Yeah. And he was also voted People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive, which is, again, the first time an openly gay man has won that award. So, yeah, he's just had a great time. And he was in the new Jurassic World film, which I thought was really good.
Are there 6 or 7 now?
This one was the 7th.
And it's sort of a complete, not a complete reboot, but it's just disconnected now, isn't it? It's all...
Yes, yeah. I don't think there was any link to the previous.
I really must watch through, because I've seen the first 3 and Jurassic World, but I've not seen any... I've not seen 5, 6 or 7. And I really enjoyed them, so I must make the effort, really.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You must. As we speak, depending on when this episode is broadcast, the latest series of Bridgerton will have been released, which obviously features Mr. Bailey in all his glory. So
I tried Bridgerton, I couldn't get on with it, because I know it's not explicitly, but it's implied that it's an alternate version of history if it was all diverse and colourful. And it's I just couldn't get into it, because I wanted history, and I actually got... I don't know what the word I'm scrambling for there is, but it just wasn't for me. And I really wanted to like it. It's the sort of thing that I need. I need a historical drama, because we could do with some historical dramas. I think that if they dialed down the trying to pander to crowbar every demographic into them and just really made a good historical drama, I think they'd do it really well. And a shout out here to the Forsytes,
yes.
Channel 5. Now, who'd have thought we'd been singing the praises of Channel 5?
Yeah.
But the Forsytes is the third iteration of the Forsyte saga. There was a series in the 60s, which was very good, starring Susan Hampshire,
yes.
who I know is in the latest one. There was a remake in the early 2000s by ITV, again, very good. This version is more modern. It's a modern, not a modern take on it, because that implies that they've rewritten it, but they've adapted it in a very modern way. It's far more of a Downton way than what, in all honesty, was quite a starchy old book. So they've extrapolated all the best bits. And so, hats off Channel 5, but all the other trailers as well that they've got for dramas that they've made. Really big names in. I mean, these are not It's not poverty porn anymore. They've taken that neighbour's money and they've put it to good use.
They have, as they promised.
They promised they would. So I am, on the back of that, going to give Channel 5 a little bit of a go next year, because I think that, a fair play to you, you've caught my attention in a way that no other television channel has for quite a while.
Excellent.
So,
Murder Before Evensong. Worth checking out.
I'll cut you a check.
Yeah.
This is not going to go down well at all.
Oh, God.
Now, brace yourself, but I will explain my reasoning. Nigel Farage.
I knew you were going to say that.
Now, this is, I will say it quite openly and from the outset, I am not some great Nigel Farage lover or supporter. But what has happened in the past 12 months with reform and the surge in popularity is what happens when you ignore the populace for too long. Eventually, the dam bursts and they will find any crack in the armour, any alternative, anybody that sounds like they're speaking for the people. Now, don't get me wrong, I think a reform government would be disastrous. I will say yet again, I am very centrist. I do not have any colours to nail to the mast. And even if I did, I'd do it very quietly so that I wasn't considered a racist. But it's the sort of thing, the sort of seismic shift that every now and again you need in politics, just to give the establishment a little nudge. You've ignored people for too long and now you're going to get a drubbing. And it does happen. Now, we've got 3 years to the next general election. Anything could happen. Nobody should be thinking that the landscape now is how it's going to be in 3 years' time. Anything could happen. But it's interesting, and I love interesting things in politics. And it's doubly interesting watching all the politicians that have said, no, we're not doing this. And then Reform say, well, we do this, you know. Well, we're doing this week, and it's remarkably similar to what Reform said last week. And you think, it's all wrong on every level what's going on. But it's a badly needed wake-up call. Don't ignore your populace for too long, because eventually they will rise up. So that's my reasons why. It's because it's interesting. He has caused an interesting shift in British politics, which, let's be honest, it's not always the most exciting topic.
No. Anything that gets people talking about politics can only be a good thing.
Honest.
I'll leave it there. Before we move on to my 68, I have a slight note to add. There's a sneak peek behind the scenes here. I had to run off in between my fifth and sixth yay, and then with the intention of coming back the following day and completing the episode, and then it never happened. So now it's about 7 months later.
Yes. Also, I've dropped an octave in the.
Yeah, we've both been hit by the Christmas lurgy.
Yes.
What I wanted to say now, obviously your last yay was
Nigel Farage.
Yes. Now we're all friends here. We're not the kind of podcast who vetoes each other's choices. However, I would just like to point out this is an LGBT plus podcast, and Mr. Farage has spoken out on several occasions against the rights of trans people, and said again on several occasions that if given the option when he was in power, he would try his best to repeal gay marriage because he doesn't believe in...
Really?
Yes.
That's firmly at odds with what I've heard him actually say I've heard a lot of people say or quote him, and it's always been bits and pieces out of context, but I've actually heard him speak quite positively,
I've got
in
a
a full interview.
He's one of those people who says what he thinks his current audience wants.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, I agree.
Yes, so I just thought I'd
We must have a disclaimer. It doesn't run, if such a thing has been pinned to something, we must really counter it.
Yes.
As part of the LGBT.
We've got to
We champion this person, and they've definitely said this, and, we ignore that bit. Yeah, so what is your sixth yay?
So my sixth and final yay is a quite a personal one. Well, in fact, a very
Good gin.
Yeah, I've not even picked the glass up yet.
Dry January, be damned.
My final yay is a very personal one. It is my husband, Stuart.
Oh, lovely. What's left of him?
Well, yes, he's half the man he was this time last year. Yeah, he's just great. He's always been there, and he's a control freak. Sounds really hard. He's uber controlled and organised, and if he wasn't around, well, none of the rest of us would be either. We'd be starving in a gutter somewhere. But, he's been through an awful lot, particularly with his parents in the past year. He's had to pretty much run the house while I was out of action for quite a while last year. And he always does it with an upturned grimace on his face. This year coming up is his 50th birthday, and so I thought I would raise a glass to say thank you, much appreciated, and here's to many more festive
Quite
days.
right too.
Hurrah!
Yes, the glasses are as heavy as they sound. Oh, splendid, because I put Dawn in a few years ago, and yes, quite right too. It's good that we can appreciate our partners.
Yes.
Yeah, well, my final yay is Glenthorne Villas.
Hurrah!
Yes, our new home. I lived in Rishton Towers for 20 years, and I thought it would absolutely shatter my heart to say goodbye to it. It was one of my yays last year, but
It was.
the transition to Glenthorne Manor has been marvellous, and it's just become completely and utterly my home, and I love it, and we're extending it, and I'm just very grateful every day for what I've got, what we've built, and how happy I am just to be at home. I know that's such a smug sounding thing to say, look at my house. I just love the fact that I enjoy being at home, and that's enough. I don't need great swathes of expensive things. Just being at home it gives me immense pleasure, and I'm grateful for that every day, because as many people out there aren't.
Excellent. Yes, as you say, I mean, it's a lovely house. We're sitting in the in one of the many wings this evening. You mentioned it last year. This is the first time that you have moved into a house with somebody and made it sort of your own. And yeah, it's really nice to see how you both have settled in and enjoying living here. And it's also nice to have you back round the corner.
Round the corner,
Right.
down the road, yes. But minutes away, and so are the pubs.
Excellent. Well, a lovely choice to round us off. That'll set us up nicely for Christmas.
Yeah. We're recording this on 12th night, on the Epiphany.
Yes.
Actually, I've always known the 6th of January as 12th night, but some people say it's the 5th.
Yeah.
And when is 12th night? Do write in, boys and girls.
Yeah. Yes. Because mathematically, 12th night is the 5th.
Yeah.
But
On every calendar I've ever had, it's been, or diary, it's been the 6th.
yeah.
That means the first day of Christmas is Boxing Day.
Yeah. Maybe it's the first day after Christmas and it's got lost in translation.
Yeah. Who cares?
Anyway, yeah.
This is the house that won't let Christmas die, as you can see.
Yeah. It's always Christmas at Glenthorne Villas. That brings us nicely to the end of another 12 years of Christmas / Epiphany. We will be back very soon with more festive goodness.
Yes.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Nine Bob Note featured Paul Isles Rush and Ken Moss. Title music was by Mark Shyman, and the program was produced by Maverick Productions. For more information, please visit maverickproductionsuk.blogspot.com or find us on social media.